please stand for prayer and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Donnie, would you please lead us in prayer?
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you, Lord, for another day you give us, Lord. We ask, Lord, that you just be with us, Lord, during this meeting, Lord. We ask, Lord, that you just bless every household that's represented here today, Lord. We ask this in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. Vicki, roll call, please.
Eric Pelfrey,
Here.
Donnie Caton,
Here.
Tommy Fannin,
Here.
Brandon Evans,
Here.
Leroy Phipps,
He's still on the job, so.
Jim Gazay.
Here. All right. You have the minutes before you. If you go ahead and review those, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor has been properly second to approve the minutes for the last meeting. Questions, discussions, or amendments? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer, you're up.
Okay, we'll start out with 5A, which is the financial statement. We have 3 attachments for you all to view there. The first one is the reconciled financial statement ending 9/30 of 25. That shows the reconciled balance across all accounts and funds. We have also included a revenue condition report and an appropriation condition report, which shows in detail that reconciled and summarized financial statement. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
I'll make a motion to approve the financial statement as of ending 9/30 of 25.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor properly second to approve the financial statement ending 9/30/25 as presented. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, moving on to 5B, budget transfers. We have one attachment for y'all to view there. We have 2 of the funds that need funds transferred in. The first one is for the general fund of $13,147.19 from the reserve for transfers into those appropriate line items. We also have in the road fund a total of $498.54 into the road miscellaneous expense from the 3 represented line items above. So a total budget transfers of $13,645.73. We'll just need approval to do those needed budget transfers into those appropriate line items.
Make a motion to approve the budget transfers as presented.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor properly second to approve budget transfers as presented. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, moving along to 5C, interfund cash transfers. This is a budgeted interfund cash transfer of $50,000 from the general fund to the jail fund. I have an attachment for you all to view that as well. And like I said, this is a budgeted amount to support the jail fund. And we'll just need approval to do that transfer.
I'll make a motion to approve the interfund cash transfer number 6 as presented.
Second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to approve the budget interfund cash transfer number 6 as presented. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, this next three items are our quarterly reports for the court to view. 5D is bank pledge securities. This is just the pledge security report from the bank to show that our accounts are secure over the FDIC amount. And this is from the bank. We present this quarterly, and the bank monitors it for us monthly. And we'll just need approval of those pledged securities for our funds.
I'll make a motion to approve the bank pledge securities quarterly report as presented.
Second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to approve the bank pledge securities quarterly report as presented. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, moving on to 5E, which is our liabilities report. This is the MCFC quarterly liabilities report. I have an attachment for y'all to view there as well. This shows in detail all of the liabilities for the fiscal court and the county. And if you have any questions, just let me know. This just shows everything in detail. And we present this also to DLG quarterly. And we'll just need approval of this liabilities summarized report. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
I'll make a motion to approve the quarterly liabilities report as presented.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to approve the Morgan County Fiscal Court quarterly liabilities report as presented. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Next up is 5F, the Judicial Center Sinking Funds account. The first up, we have our Series 2013. This is the accounts ledger where we reconcile those accounts. The first attachment shows the 2013 series, and of course it is reconciled as of the last quarter. It shows the balances on those. The next one is our 2020 series activity report. Also, this ledger has been reconciled per the U.S. bank statements. They're also included on that liabilities report that we just previously presented. And if y'all have any questions on that, but we will need approval of that ledger, those ledgers.
I'll make a motion to approve the Judicial Center Sinking Funds accounts ledger as presented.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to approve the Judicial Center Sinking Funds account ledger as presented. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, next up is 5G, the Treasurer's Periodic Checklist. This is just an informational item that we present to the court each month. It's just a checklist of important tasks that are to be completed by myself and double-checked by the finance officer throughout the month, which includes all of our retirement, tax reports, payrolls, sales tax returns have been completed and done on a timely basis. And that's just informational to the court. And if you have any questions, just let me know. But that's all I have tonight for the treasurer's report. Thank you all.
Any questions from the checklist? Did you review it? Good. All right, moving along. Review of WEX and Elon billing statements. Sheena?
Okay, this of course is presented each month to the court to ratify prior period expenditures for WEX, which is our fleet fuel card, and for Elon Financial Services, which is the county credit card. First up is the Elon financial statement, as you can see there in detail on those purchases. Also, Vicki has included the WEX September fuel statement. That shows in detail by employee, by date, by fuel usage, and also we have included a fuel log by department and by employee also. But we will just need to ratify those prior period expenditures. If you have any questions, just let us know.
Make a motion to ratify prior period expenditures for WEX and Elon Financial Services.
Second.
Motion on the floor, properly second to ratify prior period expenditures for WEX and Elon Financial Services. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. See, I'll just say I'm up next. Judge's report. Got a lot of good news tonight. First, I'll get on with a health report. I haven't given one of those in a while. My health is a few weeks ago. If you didn't see the Facebook post, they went in, they looked, they found no tumors. I am fine. Rumors of my demise are not true. So it's all good. They're going to keep me on chemo for another 3 or 4 treatments, and they say I should be off by December, January. So everything's looking good. Moving along, splash pad report. We got some really good news. As you know, the splash pad was started in 2020, and we inherited it when we came in. We made some changes to it because of the location and because of the amphitheater. And at the time we made those changes, it didn't seem to be a problem, but a couple months ago? 2 or 3, it became a problem all of a sudden. But I went and talked to Commissioner Sawyer of the Department of Local Government, me and Josh Farrell and his chief of staff, and they favored the project. They liked it, and they said they would talk to the governor about it. And they took it to the governor. The governor approved, agreed with us with the changes. He thought they were smart as well. And so he's approved the project. So it's back on again. We got to do a few pieces of paperwork. There's always, especially when you're dealing with the federal government. So we got to go back to the parks, national parks, and do a few things with that and get that in. And then hopefully we can start breaking ground here pretty soon and get that going. That grant that we, if you guys remember the old Our Foundation that was here and that dissolved, there was some money from that went back to the Bluegrass Foundation. Gateway Ed was able to acquire that, and they got $10,000 out of it, and that went to that. We talked about it a while back, the new game center room down there. So that got installed the last couple of days. So if you want to go down there and check it out, I haven't been down myself, so I'm going to try to get down there tomorrow and look at it. Audits, the audit results. And I think that was in the paper. The audit was excellent. I mean, there was one comment, one finding, and that was the sheriff's car that we bought, and we thought it was their debt, but because it went through a pass-through us, they counted that as our debt. But the thing was, Sheena and Vicki, they went in and corrected it even before the auditor came, so we had a clean audit, basically. I mean, nothing, not a single thing. How long has it been since we had something like that? But that was really good, and I'm really proud of Sheena and Vicki and Linda. I'm proud of our employees that handle money. They've been doing a good job. They followed the rules that we established, the financial controls, and it looks really good the way things are going right now. And I also want to think we couldn't have done this without Tommy Phipps.
Right.
When he came in that first year and sat down with us and went through that, Tommy was the one that set the bar for us, and he set the bar in years past, and that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now is old Tommy Phipps. FEMA projects, and we'll be discussing this later too. We got some things to approve, but FEMA showed up. What was it, Friday or Monday? They showed up. I was kind of surprised. Friday. I think it was Friday. The government shutdown, and we had a meeting with them, and they authorized 4 projects. The Sendus Creek Rail and Cribbin, Old Highway 172 Rail and Cribbin, and we'd really like to get that done before we go up there in Blacktop. And we're waiting on estimates for Sanfors for the asphalt on that right now. They also obligated Roseberry Road, and we should be getting the money for that here pretty soon. And one abutment replacement and mitigation includes DGA and Cyclone Rock. And then War Creek Bridge, you don't know where that is there.
No.
You got a clue where that is? Never seen it before, right? That War Creek Bridge, remove and replace concrete footing, extend wing walls and reinforce embankments, riprap, silk fence, and rebar. So that was pretty good. That was good news. Spay neuter grant. We went through the court with that a while back. That's out. So we're pleased to announce that we've received the grant from the Department of Agriculture. It's been matched by the Morgan County Fiscal Court. Vouchers are available for dogs or cats. The cost is $20 per voucher, limit 2 per household, and eligibility is Morgan County residents. To enroll, you call the shelter beginning Monday, November the 3rd to sign up. The voucher pickup is Friday, November 7th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the 2nd floor of the Morgan County Wellness Center. Are you doing that, Linda? All right, okay. Please bring valid ID and payment by cash or check when you pick up your voucher. So, folks, this is a great opportunity to reduce the pet population. Please take advantage of it.
Did you say that was for dogs and cats?
Dogs and cats. The flex money we got in, we got all that's done. We got the contract, we got the money released, so that's all good to go. But look at the time of year it is. How long we already got 3 years to do that? This new process that they started, we start this in July now. And when we started trying to do it in March and February, they were like, kicked it back. So now July, that's just crazy. I mean, by the time we get through all the paperwork, winter's sitting in. So Sanford's got it. I know the plants, the asphalt plants, Hinkle told me they are going to be staying open. If there's warm days, they will keep it open up to December. So we just hope for the best. I've asked Sean back here, our income and roads foreman. I talked to Bowman up there. We need to get light sets, and I think they're looking at those right now. I want better light sets on those trucks. I'm going to be able to plow longer because right now, because of the type of light sets we got, we're having to cease work at sundown. So I'm going to get those light sets on there, and so we can plow a little bit longer. I also talked to them about getting calling some of our people in seasonal that can come in and help us so we can plow longer. And we have to have 2 people in a truck for safety. So if I've already got some commitments today from some of the guys that said they'd come back and help us in an emergency. So, because right now, the way I'm looking at winter, every report I've seen, we're going to have more snow this winter. And we're right on that line. And it's either feast or famine with us with snow. But the way they're talking, it's not looking good for us this winter. So we need to be ready for that. We've got the salt contract. We've got that ready. We've got a good amount of salt up there already. So we're ready to go.
Did you get the good salt?
They will not sell us the good salt.
Did y'all ever find any calcium mix?
Well, we've been looking at different ways of obtaining it and being able to mix it. I mean, it'll be a little bit expensive, but in the long run, I mean, versus using all that and it not mounting to anything on the roads, just go out and have to just mix it when they put it in.
Yeah,
we've got a few quotes on prices. We got on there and looked if you can buy them by the.
Yeah, it's terribly
You
expensive.
can buy them. It's pretty expensive
But, I mean, it's better than it not working at all.
And I think it's also cheaper because the Kentucky Highway Department will also assist us if we need chemically treated, if they have it and it's available, and they're not being slammed. They've helped us the last 2 years. So
But we've got a couple of price quotes on, just buy like 50 pounds at a time and mixing it, what is it, like a 10-to-1 ratio?
I think so, something like
Like a
that.
10-to-1 ratio, salt, rock salt to calcium.
That amounts up a lot
Yeah,
more than it sounds like it would.
yeah.
Yeah.
But having to go out and do it 2 or 3 times versus maybe, one time and it working would be a savings in itself.
Yeah, they continue to say they'll only deliver to the Kentucky Highway Department, not us. I guess
We've
it's because
checked
we checked
everywhere,
on
they're
that.
still saying that, aren't they?
Yeah,
Vicki?
I've
Called
talked
numerous
to
places.
numerous companies, they all say the same thing.
I guess that's because they deliver over to Menifee County and that big. That's where we have to go pick it up too when we buy it from. So
But we're working on trying to get that for this winter. That way it'll be more effective and cost efficient for the road department and the county to help everyone.
also this winter, I'm shifting the EKCC inmates from the parks and mowing and all that up to the roads department where they'll be working this winter. If we have trees to cut, they can toss. And so we'll be having them out there. They can patch potholes and stuff like that as well on warm days. I've directed them to go ahead and start patching on the nice days that we still have as many potholes patched as possible. Bridges. We had Andy go out and start searching for bridges. She found 2. We're working on those. Right now we're going through the CCCP program, and it's a new one, so it's been kind of, well, you saw the bid. That we got the bid, and then we looked at some other ways to know that qualified. Frankfurt did. It's all in Frankfurt's hands right now. They've sent some back for some. They had some questions from Frederick May, so that's being worked back and forth right now. So that's where we're at on that. Some of the bridges we found, we're still searching. We found 12 bridges. We're trying to build our inventory of what we got in the county. So far, we found. We're going to ask for inspections, the state to come in and inspect. That's Ferguson Branch Road, the bridge out there, Dare Smith Road, Rampus Branch Road, Pelfrey Fork Road, Brush Branch Spur Road, Wright Fork, Birch Branch Road, Pat Oker Branch Road, Cane Creek Road, Greenhouse Road, Ike Ferguson Road, Russell Lewis Road, and Rush Branch Road. And if you guys know any bridges in your area, if it's not on the list, let Andy know, and so she can add them to them. The state bridge people will come out and inspect them for us, and so we can make sure they still have the same legit weight load and all that to happen.
They won't do nothing if some of our bridges out our way, we have to send them out there to clean it out. Just like Cindy's Creek, if where they build a bridge over top of another one,
Right.
and if there's any debris goes through, it floats it off. And I didn't know if we could start over or.
That's something for that bridge inspector to tell us. That's what we're starting to
They
do.
could go out and look at it.
Yeah.
Is it over 20 feet?
I'd say, well, no, probably not.
If it's over 20 feet, then it can qualify.
They can qualify for
I'll have to make sure that-
CCCP.
Yeah.
But we've got a bunch of them, and I mean, the bridges was dropped down and they just poured a pad over top of it.
Yeah.
And
What bridge is it? And I'll
It's
tell
on
it.
Cindy's Creek.
Cindy's Creek. Okay.
You know, we're all the time having to take a backhoe up there and pull trees out because it's just hanging everything that goes through.
Yeah.
I'll let her know to go check it.
Yeah.
See if they can get the state out to look at it.
Yeah. If you guys got any others that you know of, give them to her so she can have a state go look at them and then start putting them in the system and get them inspected and get them weight tested. A while back, I found this grant for in case of wildland fires and forest fires and all that, because we've been getting quite a few of them. And I was concerned, so I took it to Gateway Ad, and the other judges and mayors were in favor of it as well. And I think last week Josh went up to Frankfurt and received a $200,000 grant from the governor for us to create a forest fire and wildlands fire management plan. And then once we get that management plan for each county, I've already got our county plan written and ready to go. So I'll turn that into them. And once we get the management plan, then we can start applying for money for equipment to fight fires, in the woods and stuff like that. So that might help the fire departments out some. The freezer we approved for Price Pantry, that was delivered. They got a walk-in, they got a mobile freezer. That's what they ended up getting, a mobile freezer walk-in cooler. And it's sitting down there, and I'm going to get a date where we can all kind of get down there and go down and look at it. And because I think we need to go check it out and see what's going on there, because that was a pretty nice thing. And I appreciate you guys going along with that and getting them that. The other thing I got is a couple more things. Remember a $10,000 grant we got from ARC for a design? Brandon, you hold that for me? We had Summit Engineering got we contracted them. They've been designing what we got, and this is to scale. And this is up there above the county garage. That piece of that's abandoned mine land. So we're trying to get abandoned mine land money for it. And you see, there's two ways into this. This way goes in, turns around, and you get it going in. That goes through the roads department. I'd rather not get that traffic going through the roads department. There's another road up here. That's what the state uses, where they use to dump all their material. So the plan is to get permission from them and go in this way. You go in this way, there'll be a little Mennonite-like shed sitting there where they can go in, get weighed, go on in, recyclables here. They can go up and park, and this building here will have 6 bays in it. There'll at least be 2 trailers in there at all time for taking your trash and dumping out. Citizens will not have to go up to the dumpster. They can get it out and just throw it on the concrete pad, and then the transfer station employees will come along and push it in. Then they turn around here and they come right back out, come right down here and go to the other side, get weight on this side, and then exit out. That's what we're looking at right now. And the whole point of this, getting this $10,000 grant, is so when we apply for the other grant, we'll go in with a better plan this time, and we've got a vision of what's going on and a better cost of it as well. But we're looking right now, I think, what did we originally come up with? $2 million, $3 million? It's going to cost about $4 million. And we can do the recyclables either now or later, but we'll have a place right there to recycle to as well. So cardboard, and we're still waiting on that regional grant for the equipment for that. Remember about 6 months ago, we put in for that grant regional wise, where we would get compactors and stations, and where we put them at the fire stations, and people can drop off their plastic or their cardboard and their pop cans and stuff. So
They do that out once every 2 anyway.
Yeah, you guys do it anyway. Yeah.
Which you don't care or not.
I mean, they just throw it out the window. I didn't know. They just put
Oh, you're talking about that recycle plan. All right. Well, that's if you want to get a picture of everything, you can later, Ryan, if you need it.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thanks, man. What's my chemo bag here? I don't know if any of you saw the news recently about the funding for senior centers, the aging program. We was working on a Gateway ad, and I got to give Gateway ad a great amount of credit for the work that they do for us and getting grants and getting us money. And a lot of you may not realize how much work and how many people it serves, not just in the region, but in Morgan County, and comes through here. But about September, we got notified by the cabinet that runs that program that they could not fund it because I think it was a budgeting error, truthfully. I know there's a lot of between the politicians going back and forth, but as far as I can tell, it was a budgeting error. They used COVID era budget numbers, and those funds have not been available since Biden went out. That was all ended. And those were ended. They submitted those. The legislature didn't count it, so we ended up here. Well, the judges got together for our region at Gateway, and we determined that we would find a way to fund it. And what we came up with and what I did was to go through the health department. I had money down there that I was going to transfer over to them. Next thing you know, we went up, we all contacted the legislators and the governor's office. The legislature and the governor's office came together and they funded it. There's still a shortfall though. It was 10 point some million that we needed. They funded 9 point something. And I think our county is short about, our region is short about $23,000. But I'm still going to take $10,000 out of the health fund. In fact, we've already done it. I gave the check to Gateway the other day because we have people, we only have one person that's on standby or whatever and waiting to get on it. But I want to make sure that we have money for our county. If anybody wants to come on that program, we can get food out to them. And we've already took measures. Cindy down at the senior center and all the senior centers. I mean, we're washing plates down instead of using plastic wire and all that. And we've taken measures there. Regionally, it saved us, like just on that, saved us $56,000. That blew my mind, just that much on paper plates. But it's coming along, guys. We got a plan now, and I feel secure that our seniors will be taken care of. We've had to, like the to-go meals, that will stop because that was kind of not right in the first place. The whole thing about senior center is socialization for the seniors, so we're trying to get them in there, not let them come pick up and go. So we'll keep drawing them in. That's one of the other changes. That'll save us. I hope that won't save us any money. I hope it'll come inside me. But just to give you an idea, for Morgan County, congregate meals on a monthly basis, 604, home delivered 30, mom's meals, 1,198 meals. Motor meals, 73. That's where we drive. We come in, drive through the county at certain places at the fire departments. And we've had 2 new participants. So last year, total participants, 157. So that's pretty good. And there's other counties. If you look up at Menifee County, they have 1,044 congregate meals. And our county is the 5-county region. Our county is the second most engaged in the senior centers, Menifee and then us. So the only other thing I got for you is the wellness center. I met with Total Vine, and they're going to start here in a month or so, going in and fixing the goals and getting all that done and doing some other work down there, putting the automatic goals up. I talked to a guy from the Amateur Athletic Union. We're going to get them in there to start tournaments. I talked to them last week, so that's finally looking like it's finally coming to fruition. And that's all I got for the judge's report. I guess that's enough, right? Yes. Moving on. Where'd it go? There it is. Approval to advertise for FEMA projects, bids. All right, we need approval to advertise for bids for the following FEMA projects: War Creek, Roseberry Road, Sendus Creek, and Old 172. Roseberry will be one abutment replacement for the bridge. War Creek, remove and replace concrete foot and extend wing walls of the bridge. Old 172 is going to be embankment and shoulder replacement using rail and cribbing. And Sendus Creek, that's an embankment and shoulder replacement again, also using rail and cribbing. So I'll need a motion to get those approved so we can get those rolling. We have the money for the first 2 already, right?
My
We
reading it.
received funding for, which 2 was it? Sendus Creek at 0172. We've already received the
We
money.
already received that.
If it's a small project, now they front you the money.
We got 75% of it, right?
Yeah, 75%.
Which disaster are these from?
I'm sorry.
Which disaster, which are these from?
No, that, I'm not,
Is that from the
172 happened.
I think probably the
When we had that
April
flood.
25.
Yeah.
All that rain and
Flood.
stuff.
all that rain from all that?
Okay.
You know, War Creek, it was funded before and they just put a Band-Aid on it. And
Yeah.
one of the other contractors told me, he said, that won't work.
Yeah.
He said, what they're
Yeah.
bidding is not going to work. And he was right.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't
I
lie.
went out and looked at that too, and that wasn't what it needed, so we went back and readdressed it, and they gave us this.
You know, the first
That was a different.
decent rain, it was gone.
I know. Well, we got a better FEMA representative too now. That makes sense.
I'll make a motion that we approve to advertise for bids for the following roads: Wolf Creek, Roseberry Road, Sanders Creek, and 0172.
I'll second.
A motion on the floor. It's been properly seconded to advertise for bids for the following FEMA projects: Moore Creek, Roseberry Road, Sanders Creek, and 0172. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
Abstain.
carries. Somebody said that. Yeah, you better. Good job.
They'll have to come over on our property to make it temporary.
Yeah. All right, next up, approval for execution of truck lease.
This is in reference to the new 2026 Kenworth tandem truck that we participate in the KCO program to get the new truck, then take it to auction after the first year and do the rotation so that the road department is able to haul their own rock and everything out to the roads. We just need approval for the judge executive to execute the truck lease through KCO Magnolia Bank and for the county attorney to prepare and execute the opinion of counsel. I'll send that to you, Miles. But we received all the paperwork in. We just need approval to go ahead and execute and get those forms signed. I had sent out an email on the estimated delivery date for the truck that was approved to purchase. They're thinking it'll probably be right at December. So hopefully we can get everything done and get that new truck in for the road
What did the
department.
other truck bring? Did we lose a lot of money?
We lost a little bit. It ended up bringing. We got our guarantee, the $156,000 that we were, but they take off the 7% commission. It only ended up bringing like 130, right at 140,000, 138, 139,000 is all it brought. Yeah, they lost money actually on it, but we was guaranteed our price, so that's what we put in the budget. And but we've already paid and sent that and paid it off and everything, so it's all closed out. Now the new truck, and usually, we were hopeful that it would brought more and as good a shape as it in, but it didn't. So, but we were still guaranteed. We didn't lose anything because we got our guarantee what we thought we were originally going to get. Right, Mickey?
Yep.
But now for this is just the paperwork for the new truck. And we kept it a little longer than we had before. We kept it right at
What was the price on it?
18.
On the new one?
181,000, I think. And of course, see, we'll finance that through KCO with Magnolia Bank, and then we'll just pay the interest payments on it each month. And then at the end, after the year goes by, then we will take it to auction again, and then they'll sell it. We're guaranteed a certain price, usually around 85%, and then we just keep it on a rotation schedule.
Okay, does that count the bid and stuff? We buy the bid and then they?
No, it's all together.
Okay.
That's the bed and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got our guaranteed price on the last truck, which is a really good thing. It covers the county because you're going to get that certain amount of price when you take it to auction. And rather than us paying maintenance on a used truck that we didn't have to pay any maintenance on that truck. I mean, as far as repairs and tires and all that stuff that would be going wrong with an older truck, this keeps the road department in a new and dependable truck to haul gravel. Yeah. Hopefully our next one will make some on it, but as of right now, it wasn't too bad to be able to keep it almost 18 months. they sent the paperwork in this week on going ahead and starting the process with the truck that was approved, the 2026. Just need to get that paperwork executed and sent back in.
Any further questions? Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the judge to execute the truck lease through K-Cole Magnolia Bank for the county attorney to prepare and execute the opinions counsel.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor, properly second, for the judge executive to execute the truck lease through K-Co Magnolia Bank and for the county attorney to prepare and execute the opinion of counsel. Questions or discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Morgan County Board of Education agreements, Linda?
It's just the annual.
All right,
They're
yeah, they're attached. These are those annual agreements that we do with them. Is this the parking lot thing again?
There's the I believe, walking track,
Yeah, same stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
same stuff.
3 of them.
Yeah.
This time.
And one
The
was
only
that
thing changes is the dates.
Yeah, easy little walking track.
they're just the property and access agreements that we share with the Board of Education each year.
One's for the ASAL over there near the school, and then park and over here, I think.
Yeah, by the library and the board office, and then at Ezel, and then like Miles said, over here.
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement between the fiscal court and the Morgan County Board of Education for the 2 parking areas and the Ezel walking track as presented.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor, properly seconded for the agreement between the Morgan County Fiscal Court and the Morgan County Board of Education for the 2 parking areas and the Ezel walking track as presented. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. All right, enterprise fleet management. Myself, Brandon and Eric got to sit in with, and Sheena and Vicky and Linda got to sit in today and listen to the plan that was offered to us by Fleet Management of Enterprise. It's an excellent plan. I think Eric's talked to a judge today. I've talked to several in the past about it. They all gave it kudos. It's a problem though for us financially. But Sheena did that stuff. Could you give us a brief on what she sent in the email? Have you got that?
Yeah. What she done was they take our fleet and they kind of look and see where we could use new vehicles to kind of replace the old ones that we're paying a lot of maintenance and repairs on. They had initially picked out 15, and then that wasn't feasible at all. So then they went down and picked 6, and we discussed with them today about maybe doing even less, 3 possibly. But what they'll do is they set an amount, and it's like a 5-year lease. You pay so much each year, and then at the end of the time you have the option to buy out, or you can resell and go back into that rotating lease again. Our main concern was, of course, our budget, being able to afford so much to pay towards brand new vehicles, which we'd like to do, of course, but financially and with the budget, the court had previously approved coal severance money for 2 vehicles. And have we received for sure that coal severance will be able to participate?
I have to send in quotes, and by the time I get that sent in, the vehicle's usually sold. So it's a problem, and they won't send me a contract until I can do that.
Right.
So I don't have the contract on it yet. Of course, it's our money. We can do it. It's just figuring out how to do it,
It's
how to make it work.
coal severance projects are what we would use to buy these vehicles if it was to be able to be obtained through coal severance. Then, because what she explained to us is that it's a different way of doing than just a normal lease, because then it would be considered capital.
Yeah, it's a capital lease. Not,
Okay.
that's not like a car dealer lease, a net lease. It's called a
But we
capital
would have
lease.
to make sure that they would be able to
We actually own the vehicles.
do that, because every year, it's a year-to-year based project, coal severance is, but if you can, close it out each year, then you could use that for that. But and then she also, said that there is another program that we can, opt into, to where that they would actually purchase vehicles from us, and, then you like lease them to them and they lease them back to you. There are several different options, but I can send everything out to everybody just to make sure to let you look at it, whatever you need to do.
What
Miles
do
probably
they do
definitely
for
needs
us?
to take it.
What do we get? You're saying we buy the vehicles and then they lease, or we lease them from ourselves?
The first program, the way I understood it, and I've just heard this today, so, this new way of doing it, they give you the new vehicle, and you do a 5-year lease, and they give you a certain price, and they cover all the maintenance on it. You have a enterprise card, and it's all figured in. It's a set price. It isn't going to be what she said, like, next year it's going to increase this much. It'll be a set price every year for the number of vehicles. They would take the vehicles that they're replacing, we'd take them out of our fleet for service, and they would sell those, and all of the money would come back and go towards the lease that we would be signing. And then after the 5 years, you could either pay them off, or you can have them sell them for you, and the money that you would receive after they sell them will go back toward the rollover program towards your lease again for that first year.
So are you leasing them from them, or are you getting capital credit for them every time you pay in? Because at the end, we either don't buy it from, we buy it from them, right? So
Well,
we
they
paid
said-
money,
No,
and then,
it's capital credit. We own the vehicles from the get-go.
so we own it. Well, can we just keep it?
You can
Yes.
have the option to keep it,
Okay.
yeah, but you'd still owe.
So basically this is just a maintenance program.
Yeah,
for-
they're not making you pay the full price of the vehicle throughout the 5 years, is the way I understood it.
That depreciates.
You would pay a certain price, and then at the very end, you would have like the option. I know we price quoted 3, and like at the end, it was going to be like for $26,000. Then you could own them and be done with it. But then, or you could go and you could auction them off, and they could sell them, and you would get $50,000 back towards your next lease. That's the
How
way I
much are you
understood it.
saving on the
I haven't.
lease and the
We
buy?
sat in it for about an hour today, and I haven't looked at any of the numbers. This was at 1:00 today. I asked that, and she said it could be done. That was one of the questions I asked today. Because you could do it anywhere.
Here won't be involved in it, I asked.
She said that they were approved.
They got places approved around here.
Well, no, we asked them that last time about being able, quick lube.
Oh, okay, because Morgan Harrison, they wouldn't get it.
Quick
No.
lube was one of them. Who else was it?
So you don't have to pay for whatever.
I'm not really sure.
You gotta take it to Louisville.
But I asked them if we had to pay that, and they said no, but you pay every month.
The driver gets a card.
You have a card.
You go to Quick Lube or any other designated place they have in the county or around county and show them the card, and
I asked them if it was like, she said it would be all repairs and maintenance. They said anything from engine failure to whatever would be covered.
Wouldn't you have that
The only
on
thing
any
would
vehicle,
be
though?
tires.
Any vehicle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
did they give any indication what the lease payment would be? Versus
They
if
give
you
us
went out and bought one straight?
they give us an annual estimate. The annual estimate that we had started out with, what was it? It was
if we done 6, it was gonna be like 85,000.
75.
75. Well, that was 75, and that's with them selling
Yeah.
our $10,000 worth of vehicles that first year. So then after that, it would have been 85 for the next 4 years. And then if you just done 3, it was going to be, what was it, 52,000? And then she thought maybe estimated we'd get about $7,500 worth for auction. So right at 52,000 each year for the next 5 years. But that would be for 3 vehicles. We price quoted a coroner's vehicle, a road department 3500 truck, and a transit van.
And then at the end, you have to buy them for extra money.
Yeah, they'd be
Or-
20.
Or they go to auction.
Or they go to auction. If they go to auction, then she said if we bought them, we could pay 26,000. These are estimated numbers. I mean, not set in stone, I guess. But she said it'd be 26,000 if we wanted to finance them and buy them straight out for that last payment, and they would be yours. Or they could sell them, and then we would. She estimated that they would bring around 50,000, and that 50,000 would go towards our next lease. If you replace those same 3 vehicles,
What if we didn't want another lease?
then you'd have to buy it out.
You wouldn't get the 50,000?
Oh, yeah, you still get it. Even if you didn't want to go to lease, you still get that cash option, right? That's why I understood it.
I understood too.
And I'm saying this just by sitting in it for about 45 minutes. Huh?
How long did it take to build that route?
15 weeks they have to build.
So
You need one now, don't you?
if we've done 3 vehicles, we'd still have to pay 57,000 every year.
Estimated
For 5
around
years.
52,000. Would be a little bit less, about $7,500 less.
That's amazing.
That's an awful lot of money.
It is.
And then you don't own it.
You don't own.
And I explained that to her. I told her, I said, it's a problem with our budget because
No, you still own
we don't have the money in
Not
our
if you have
budget.
to, not if
Not
you
if
have
you
to
have to
buy
buy it again.
it.
it.
Well,
No,
that's not, I see your point. It's capital, they call
I
it
don't-
capital.
I don't know, I talked to Matt Wyron, the Gulf County judge, out here right before we walked in. They have 10 on this program. He said, Eric, he said, I'm an accountant, and the deal is actually, it feels too good to be true, but he said it's true. We've got checks straight from them. He said it's a really good deal. He said it's a good program. He said I started when I was in Floyd County working, and then I came into office and in 2019 we got 6, I think, but they're up to 10.
But you said it'd take 15 weeks?
15. They have to build from they come straight from the factory.
Yeah, but, I mean, we need vehicles now. I mean,
Yeah, but here's what in that call what I took
Have
away.
them already in the building.
Here's what I took away from that call. You can spend 35,000 on a vehicle, and it's going to have 100,000 miles on it.
Mhm.
We could probably spend close to that because we get the government discounts and
Mhm.
everything. We can spend that much on a new vehicle, and just
And they take care of all the
they
maintenance.
take care of it. So if we could
So
afford
at
to
the
get
end of
started,
that, you said 5 years?
Yeah, it's 60 monthlies.
Bought it out, then could you pass that down like, and get enough?
well, yeah, you could add
Yeah.
on to it.
I mean,
Yeah,
because when I got that vehicle I'm driving, it had 170,000 miles on it, it's got 182, so I ain't putting no miles on it for years, I'm old. We
Yeah.
don't put no miles on hardly,
so you get a good price back on it at the end of that time.
She did say there was no penalty or anything for
Yeah.
mileage.
No penalties for mileage, no penalties for dings or cigarette burn, none of that.
And you were allowed to upfit them, like stripe them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got.
Yep.
She said, of course, anything that you do like that, they don't penalize you, but of course, when you go to take it to auction or resell it at the end, they're gonna knock you on that because it's not gonna bring as much.
I'd say no more miles to put on if you went, you're better off just keep it. Pass it down and, get another, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We you'd have all of them, no miles on them.
Yeah, especially with yours, yeah. That's not a decision we gotta make tonight either. We can get some more information and email it out to everybody.
kind of sounds like old 50-some thousand for 5 years for 3 vehicles, that's $250,000. You could buy
That's
But
what
you gotta add
Three
another
vehicles.
you gotta add another 26 to that.
Yeah,
Then
You ought to
gotta
buy
add
it out.
again.
it's $286,000.
Yeah, that's about a lot of vehicles, especially under state contract.
And I understand, I understand the maintenance would be something, but that's usually when the vehicles get older,
Yeah.
not when they're brand new. So what is
Yeah.
the value, that they're doing? And I'm not a numbers guy, so
Well,
I'm
that's how
saying
they-
out of
Well,
this.
if you
That's how
divide
they
it
make it,
out,
because it's a new
it's
vehicle, they wanna have the maintenance.
$95,000 a piece.
What we're spending on them, their profit margin has to
That's
be,
awful.
it has to account itself for what
Lower
we're paying, what we're
the
saving.
tires for that.
You know what I'm saying? If we're spending more to save a little, that's not good. But I'm not a numbers guy, so I'll leave that to you.
It would estimate out about 95,000 a piece.
That number hang on, that number don't make sense, cause Matt told me they had 6 or 7, and it was 30,000 a year.
Yeah.
They had six F-150s, I think he said, and they were paying 30,000 a year. He said we couldn't even buy them for what we're
Yeah.
paying for.
Well, now what she
Six at
quoted today,
30,000.
when I looked at it, it was 52,000 for those 3 vehicles, right? 52,000?
I think so, yeah.
Cause I said, well, it'll be around 44,000 or something. She said, well, that'll be just for the first year because we're gonna sell your old stuff and get $7,500 worth of credit. And then that would go towards the first year, but then after the second, third, fourth, or fifth year would be back up to the 52,000. The reason it's so much higher is because they price quoted a transit van, which they are very expensive, and also a 3,500 8-foot bed quad cab truck and a expedition, the XL.
Yeah, it
So-
ain't like mine, though, just a.
I mean,
XL
they
Ford
probably
pickup
are
that's,
like almost $100,000 vehicles a piece.
Yeah,
I'd say at least.
but like he said, those 6 Ford pickups, I mean, they ain't gonna probably cost near what
No.
just these three
No,
cost.
because that F-150 that they priced us on that lease, I seen it wasn't nowhere
probably
near.
30.
Yeah, about like that. But now you talk about a transit van, a big
Yeah.
3,500, and a expedition. You're looking at probably $100,000 a piece,
Yes.
close to it. I mean, those are nice vehicles, very very nice. But I mean,
And we can't afford those out of our budget. I mean,
No, you
we're just gonna
can't.
keep
You
on buying used vehicles and
yeah, you couldn't
just
afford
keep going down that
something
road.
Well, it sounds like that price, it's as high as mine.
Yeah.
Can we do with, Linda talking about quotes? Like she said, if I find one and I might, she gets it sold it, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It has to happen, like, as soon as I find, like you said, she's got to get,
We just about have to pay for it up front.
we
We just about need to pay for it up front
Yeah.
and get reimbursed, but.
Could you, do they accept a purchase order?
some of them will say, oh, you can pay so much down, but before you even look at it, I mean, you gotta go look at it. I don't know.
Well, you need one now, don't you, for sure,
I
one.
mean, you can,
2, really, but
Probably you drive that through with it, going snowboard.
I know when he just don't look good in a cruiser.
Is it just, you're talking about if something comes online and you find it but you can't buy it? I mean, couldn't you always have you could have an emergency meeting, couldn't you?
Well, that's not the problem.
That's not the problem.
That's the problem with the process we have to go through to get the
Process.
money from Franklin.
Uh,
That's 6 weeks at least.
you could do what you've done, for the other projects. You could use that other money and pay for it and then reimburse it through cost severance. That way then you could guarantee that you can get the vehicle if you all approve to do that. I mean, it's totally up to you guys if you wanted to do
That's the
that.
only way we could do it.
I mean, you could go ahead and say that if he finds one at that, under that certain price that you all have approved the project for, use the, public properties fund, since it's not obligated in the budget, you could do a transfer over to, his line item to purchase the vehicle, get the check, submit that submit that in, and then we could get reimbursed, and you could just reimburse the public properties funds if that's what you wanna do. But that's totally up to you all, but that's an option if there's a problem with trying to hold a vehicle to get it purchased. But that would be totally whatever you all decide to
That's
do, but
what I
that's
think
an
we ought
option.
to do, if you find one, and then just go that route.
Yeah, because, I mean, as of right now, we don't have the funding in the budget for that, but if it's gonna get reimbursed through coal severance and the project's already been approved, right, Linda?
Yes.
So it's a guaranteed project to get reimbursed, but the problem is just going ahead and getting it purchased right then. So if you go ahead and move the funding over to make the purchase, then make the purchase, send everything in, get it reimbursed. Yeah. Well, what was previously approved? 40, but that was with the striping.
It was 45 with everything.
Yeah.
It was, okay.
With the striping and the treasure.
Yeah, it would have to stay under 40, because it would have to be bid, if not. It'd have to go through procurement.
Stripes. You don't want those stripes.
So whatever you
You
all
can't cater it
decide
with
how to
stripes.
handle that. Or whatever you all.
I thought we approved to do it that way anyway. We didn't.
No, we did, that was for the insurance and for the tasers. But I'm just saying you have the option, you can do that again. And then it's a pretty quick process because she's already got everything submitted and approved for the project. And then you just go ahead and do the transfer.
We still have the money in coal severance to do this?
Yeah, there's money in coal severance, it's already been appropriated for that, right, Linda?
Yeah.
It's appropriated for it, and we do have money in the public properties account to pay for that. And then as soon as everything goes through, then we can apply for reimbursement, and then we just put it right back in there.
Well, why don't we just do that to get the ones for him, and then the other ones, we can make out with, and,
Well, the only other one that we approved was an animal shelter van. And if you all choose, you can do that the same way. Because there's gonna be a problem with securing the vehicle at a number of times to be able to get it presented to a meeting, get everybody online, then get it paid for and all that. It's gonna be a little bit of a wait if you don't do it the other way, the way that we've been doing it. Because it was approved also, right, Linda? Yeah.
So what are we gonna do here for him to find one, or?
If you all approve to pay for it like that, just vote on that, and then we can go out and find one, and I'll get the paperwork done, get it pushed through pretty quick that way.
I'll make a motion that we do that.
We just have to wait, I just have to have a pencil check.
I'll second that. I mean, if they need one right now,
They gotta have.
and
Yeah, before winter.
Yes.
these, I'd like to see more on these numbers.
Yeah, she
On
was supposed
that.
to send us a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
yeah.
I seen whenever I come in, she had sent it, but I just hadn't had a chance to.
We'll get all that out and discuss all
Yeah,
that.
that was
the one about for the corner and the animal shelter vehicles.
Yes.
Yes.
Both
Yeah,
of them.
Yeah,
need it now.
yeah, because they're going back to make those trips to Lexington to deliver all those
Yeah,
dogs.
Kathy's been using her own vehicle.
So, but we want to approve the purchase of the vehicles. Go ahead and approve the purchase up to
40,000.
that amount of money. Well, it has to be, it has to be,
Oh,
$39,999.
39,999.
for the
You hear
coal
that, Sean?
severance project.
39,999.
Now, they steal the other part for the.
And then you have $5,001 for the rest of it.
I'll be waiting for it. Oh, yeah.
All right, I entertain a motion. You
Make
made
a
it.
motion.
You made it.
You say aye. All right, we have a motion on the floor, it's been properly second to purchase two vehicles through coal severance, each $39,999. .99 cents.
What's the animal shelter?
Animal
What's that
shelters
like?
wasn't that much.
Animal shelter's not that much, but they can go up,
Animal shelter was 39,000.
It was to go up
And
to
then
that
up
amount,
to-
just not,
Yeah.
not, it was maxed out at that number.
Cages.
Yeah, it was not supposed to exceed that amount, didn't mean it had to be that
yeah,
amount.
it doesn't
but
have to,
just-
it's not to
Well,
exceed.
can
Not
we
to
make
exceed.
this kind of a motion when that's,
It's enterprise fleet management is the discussion topic, so,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't- yeah.
I don't think we can do that. It's a
Yeah.
special
I mean,
call
you
meeting.
can say that you want to be able to get more information on it, but I don't know if it would be
We can-
appropriate
to
to
go in and discuss,
the other. I would say, whatever, what you think, Vicky?
what?
Is that appropriate to be able, what it's discussed on enterprise fleet
It's not.
I
management?
It's not on that
don't,
list.
that's why I asked, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
But he can find one,
He can
tell him to
find-
hold it for a few days, we'll throw a special call meeting to
Exactly.
get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'll work.
You go look, and we'll have a special call meeting. And in the meantime, we can get more information on this too, and discuss that at that special call, and knock it all out and be done. And we gotta determine a special meeting anyway, because it's Thanksgiving on the next meeting, so we'll do all that this week.
If you find one, Sean, can he, if they, like a purchase order, cause it had already been approved to purchase the vehicle, correct? It's just the, yeah, just call and, have them call the office. And we can
Well,
give a,
yeah, because some of
purchase
those
order.
big, I mean, those, like John Deere,
yeah, that's how we purchased the, road department truck, was with the purchase order. So, was there anything for the enterprise that we were?
No, that's tabled. What's, we got Steel Road up next?
Yep.
What's, from Madison Howard property line, they wanna close both sides of the road?
Yeah, she's gonna explain it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, hi.
I live on Still Road, and recently I purchased the property that was adjacent to where we live now, so we own both sides of the road.
All right.
And I was just wanting to get that turned over back to a personal drive rather than a county road.
Yeah, we love turning county roads back over for personal
Right.
drives.
Give the paper.
Yeah.
We don't everything yellow.
Yeah,
And there's absolutely nobody else involved in this, right?
there's a road that splits off before where we're talking about, that's before my
That's after the
property.
split?
Other than that, there's no one else but us.
Okay. We will have to put up notifications for like 30 days and all that. That's good.
I'll make a motion, we take that road out of the county road system and get it back.
We'll have to advertise it this week. So,
Advertise it.
on the road, okay, I know, it goes this way, out towards some other farms. You're talking about it, where it turns up to go, parallel with the Liquid Valley, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so how far is that a county road?
it's probably 250 foot.
250 foot, so
Yeah.
it is not a county road to Mrs. Lafferty's property?
No,
No, it is not.
hers goes with James Parks' property.
Does she access it all using that way? Does anybody use it?
No.
No.
Okay.
Y'all gonna put like a gate up or something?
Yeah,
Where at, right there where the road splits?
yeah, I'm gonna be on everything around the lake, with their bins, right, all the way back up to Common Steels.
Okay.
They have to do it all.
You just vote to advertise it, and then next month you just vote to take it out.
Motion to advertise?
Second.
Motion on the floor, it's been properly second to advertise, Still Road, Still Road, for, closure and return as a personal driveway.
Thank you very much.
All in favor? Opposed?
All right, who made that
You're welcome.
motion and who seconded it? Thank you.
Okay, moving along. Summon invoices. These are the invoices for the,
Splash pad.
splash pad. Thank God the governor approved it. This is for the design work and
And this all be reimbursed.
well, 250,000 of it is us and 250,000 of it is the governor's.
I mean, for the engineering, or is that coming out of general fund?
Fair match.
That's for the,
Part of the match.
that's part of the match.
Yeah, this right here, once we pay these, to my understanding, then as soon as the cancel check comes back, then she can apply as part of the $250,000 match to get this money
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
It's what we call severance funding. Right,
Yeah.
Linda?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve to pay summon invoices in the amount not to exceed.
Do we need to put a number in that? That's just a partial. I mean,
And not to exceed the 250,000.
I've got the invoices right here.
Yeah, but,
Well, we've uploaded some of them. It looked like a couple of them didn't.
yeah, so there's missing some of them.
58,864.41.
That's the one
That's
that
the
wasn't on there.
That's the total
Oh,
for
no.
everything since last February.
How much was it again, Linda?
58,864.41.
Round that up to 59.
So 58,864.41. That will be reimbursed.
Questions or discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Paid vendor claims.
those are all the vendor claims that have been paid since the last meeting. Standing order on payroll, that sort.
I'll make a motion to ratify the paid vendor claims.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor, properly second to ratify paid vendor claims. Questions, discussion? There being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Unpaid vendor claims.
We'll need two motions, vendor claims A and vendor claims B.
I'll make a motion that we ratify, make a motion to approve unpaid vendor claims A.
I'll second it.
Motion on the floor, properly second to approve unpaid vendor claims A. Questions, discussion? Being none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Can I reference something? Can I say something? I had messaged Vanessa in reference back to our FEMA projects. Y'all were wondering which disaster those tied into. She said they all are 4860, which is the February 2025 flood.
Yeah.
And we
Well
have
done.
already received funding for Cindus Creek 0172, and Roseberry and War Creek have been obligated.
Obligated.
I just wanted to let y'all know
Good.
that Vanessa texted me back on that.
Good to know.
I'll make a motion to approve unpaid vendor claims B.
Such as you will receive.
I was looking today.
Yeah, they're upside down. They got me messed up when you go too.
Did we get a second?
Second.
All right. Well, we have a motion on the floor. It's been properly second to approve unpaid vendor claims B. Questions, discussion? Being none, all in favor? Opposed?
Abstain.
Motion carries. And motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
You sure?
I'm positive.
All right. All in favor? Motion carries. Let's go home, folks.